welcome to another episode of Creating Memories Live with Team Sunweb. We're coming to you from Rome as 3 weeks of incredible racing at the Giro d'Italia comes to a close. I'll be joined soon by Chad Hager, Roy Curvers, Laurens ten Dam and Tom Dumoulin, plus a couple of the coaches as well. And what a Giro d'Italia it was for Team Sunweb, 2nd and 9th in the general classification, a stage win and some pretty incredible racing as well. First, let's take a look at the backdrop, the beautiful Rome, for today's stage. First up, I'm very pleased to be joined by Roy Curvers and Laurens ten Dam. But before we talk to the guys, let's take a look at their Giro d'Italia.
Okay, I take you this morning on a trip through the bus. I sit in the back, like always, bad boys sitting in the back. Eh? The fridge, also really important. Fully stocked. First thing I do in the morning, I'll boil some water. Oh Chad, how was our day?
It was hard, man.
It was hard.
Guys, it looks like you've had a pretty incredible 3 weeks. Roy, we'll start with you. Your first Giro, now done in the books. Was it what you expected?
Yeah, yes and no. I expect it to be a little bit chaotic, like Italians always are. But yeah, actually I was surprised by the landscapes, the beautiful country of Italy. So that was what I didn't expect. And of course, yeah, to do such a good GC again after last year's win, and with all the pressure, all the things added to prove for the second year in a row that you can compete with the world best, that we would achieve it. Yeah, it's really a nice feeling that's in the books now.
And it looks like you guys all had some fun as well. How important is that to actually create a good atmosphere, a good dynamic within the team?
I think that's a key to success, because like the races, they are so hard, and every day you have to be fully concentrated in a race to do all the things right. Yeah, that next to that you need some fun, and you need some moments of de-pressuring, and that keeps the 3 weeks running.
Doable.
Yeah.
And the moment that stands out for you two is one of the best, the funniest, a high point?
We had it just now, I think, after the finish. We were laying in the grass, you know, somewhere next to the Colosseum, drinking beers, and DJ Lenny had his music out, and we had some chips. Unfortunately, no pizza yet, but beer and chips would do the job, and it was really nice after party for me. That was the best moment.
I'm glad you've brought up food, because forget bike racing, forget the Giro d'Italia. I've been desperate to know, since watching your vlog, if you ever found, now forgive my pronunciation, did you find a crème knödel?
We're in search for crème knödel. So if somebody knows in a restaurant where they have it, send a message.
Did you find
something
one?
like no. Some omens showed me on Google how it looks like. So,
you were pretty intent on finding
yeah,
the crème knödel.
I was desperate to find it, but I climbed 500 meters that day on a rest.
1,000 altitude
yeah,
meters we
and
did.
the boys they were getting a little bit grumpy. I wanted to climb more to find the crème knödel, but we decided to turn around and go back to the hotel, you know, which was down by the river.
Okay, so forget Austria.
Yeah.
What sticks out in both of your minds from the start in Israel?
It was hot. It was Jerusalem was nice. Actually, training I didn't like too much there. The days before we have to train still a little bit of hours, but we were in a car 1 hour, and then we rode 2 or 3 hours in the desert, and it was not too much fun. So actually I was happy to be in Italy, but Jerusalem was nice to see. Yeah.
Okay, Roy, you're the boss on the road, and Laurens, you may have something to say about this. But do you have the final word after the meetings in the mornings? Do you say, right, this is how it's going down today, or do you get back chat from him?
Yeah, of course I get back chat from him, but it's not only me. I think we decide with all the guys together what our plan will be, and in the end that's something we all agree on. And in the race sometimes it doesn't go like you planned in the morning, and then I am the guy to organize if you have to change the plan. But normally it's not only me giving the call. It comes out of everybody's minds, and that's what makes a plan a good plan, I think.
And there's so much that goes on that bus that, of course, nobody sees. You took us on a tour of the bus in one of your vlogs, and you called yourself the bad boy at the back. Is that true? Are you the bad boy at the back of the bus?
No, like when I was young, I always wanted to be, but I was always in the front. So I decided when I'm older, then I can decide myself where I sit, and now I sit in the back.
Actually, I moved to the front, right? You remember my first year in the team?
Yeah, you were in the back, but
he
was next to me and he spoiled coffee over me and pasta.
Every day.
Banished him to the front.
So I
go to the front, don't make a mess.
I removed him to the front, yeah, that's true.
Okay, talk to me about the funny moments that happen that nobody sees on that bus. Keep them clean.
I think one you saw in the vlog when we were all dancing just before stage, spontaneous
There
starting.
were some serious moves going on there.
We have a Polish dancing bear who did some incredible...
I'm not good at dancing. No.
And Lawrence, for you, what's been the main difference between 2017, last year, and this year?
Last year we were here with the pink jersey, right? So
I mean, that's the obvious one.
The main difference. But I think we can be really proud, and especially Tom. You know, after last year, to confirm is always more difficult than to get to the top, and then to come here after a period of training and to confirm. Like, for me, he's the guy who's been 3 weeks on the same level. Like you saw, Yates was fading, Froome was coming, but he was there for 3 weeks, always on the appointment at the right time, you know, like, so he was there when he needed to be. So that's, I think he can be really proud of it. And then we have our young gun, Sam Elman, got 9th, 22 years old, actually supporting his leader without any pressure, but still got there. And I think that's also a remarkable result. So I think we can be really proud of this Giro, and I will have good memories of this too. You know, I won my first 2 Giros. The third I got second, you know, with the team. So it's not a bad effort, you know. And I'm really proud of the team and all the boys, how they worked, and even also Louis Vervaeke, for example, unfortunately had to pull out 2 days before the finish. He was also there for 3 weeks and giving his all he could. And I think we had a nice group together. So we can be proud, yeah. And then if there's one better, that's sports, you know. Like, also Froome worked his ass off, also Yates worked his ass off. And that doesn't mean that if Tom is 3 weeks on a mountain, he deserves to win, you know. It's still a race to be racing, and we raced it with everything we had. And at the end, this was the results. We fought till Rome, and if second is the result, we have to be satisfied with that.
And what will you miss from the Giro, do you think?
The coffee in the morning. Yeah.
And what have you missed from home?
The coffee in the morning.
Yeah, the coffee. My kids, my wife, deciding what to eat myself, stuff like that. Drink a beer. And
for both of you, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get home?
Yeah, have fun with the kids.
Yeah.
That's,
same. We're both the 2 only dads, I think, in this team, rider-wise. And I'm also looking forward to be just in time home to get my oldest from school, because then school's finished, and if I make it just in time, I can go with my bike to school to pick him up, and that's what I look forward to the most. Yeah.
And we have some questions for you both from fans now as well. Roy, first up, from someone who's really excited that you finished your first Giro. How do you feel, and what did you think before, during, and now after your Giro d'Italia?
Before I thought it was going to be tough. During I thought it is tough, and afterwards I think it was tough.
And how do you feel now?
Tired.
That sums it up. And Lawrence, for you, from Martin Boersma, and I really hope I've pronounced that properly. What do you really? There's a food theme with you going on. What do you really want to eat now the Giro is over?
Oh man, no.
a T-bone steak.
Okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow night I go to the best restaurant in Alkmaar and bring my kids, my family and my aangenomen zoon, so my adopted son, and we go for a big dinner. Yeah.
Sounds like you're going to have a good rest period after the Giro d'Italia. Roy, Lawrence, thank you very much for joining me up here. So we've talked about vlogging and we've seen how much fun these guys have had. Let's take a look now at how the rest of the team saw their Giro d'Italia.
Even nog wat draai aan en ik de boel voel
They're trying to go on the stage.
I don't know why.
Just want to show you my little
Cockpit.
today. Here all the delicious bombers, power boosters, gels for the riders who pass by.
Nice bike pod. Totally flat.
Of course, there is always the team behind the team racing on the road, and I'm very happy now to be joined by the two coaches of Team Sunweb, Mark Reef and Hendrik Werner. Before we chat to the guys though, let's take a look at some of the best bits of their Giro. Guys, it certainly looks like you had some fun and there were some highs and lows over the last 3 weeks as well. We saw some nice dancing skills from Arthur in there. Not much from you two though. Would you show us some now?
I think Jaco is better to show us some moves.
Will we be doing any tonight? Bringing them out?
Maybe. We just have to see. We first have a nice dinner over here, and then perhaps we join the good stuff in Rome.
Now seriously, Mark, obviously being the coach, you will feel those highs and lows as acutely as the riders. What was the most difficult moment or the most difficult moments for you over the last 3 weeks?
I think that the most difficult is to be every day again sharp. To be every day, you need to be focused. You need to be there, and I think that is for sure something what is really difficult. But on the other hand, I also spoke to Roy Curvis, who was just with you, and he also said it was one of the fastest Grand Tours that he did, and it is also because every day you need to have that focus again. You need to be sharp, and like a few years ago, it was when you were a sprinter team. You had some days that you need to have the focus, and also other days that you can more relax and just make the time cut actually. And this year it's every day you need to be there, and that's on one hand difficult, but also makes it that it goes quick.
Of course, you're racing for the GC, so you've got to be bang on it. And the last 3 days have been absolutely epic, just extraordinary bike racing. What's the atmosphere like when you're actually in the team car and following the racing as well from the team bus or wherever you're out there on the course? Do you guys get nervous too?
In some moments, yes, especially in the situation if Tom would make time up to Froome on stage 19 on the last climb. Up front we knew that that something like that could happen. We also knew that Tom was strong. We took some decisions there in the race where we are still behind. And when he got close to the climb, of course pink was still possible. So at that moment you start to get a little bit nervous. But for the rest, you also try to stay as calm as possible, also not to bring that nervousity too much to the riders. But that was a very that was a nice moment, but also a moment that we started to get nervous. Yeah.
And Hendrik, for you, nerves, pressure, have you felt it all?
Yeah, for me definitely. I was also nervous there. I mean, you have to imagine you're not just sitting there and driving the car or something. There's all kind of information coming, and once a rider asking you something, your subconscious will tell you, okay, you have to respond. Huh? It's not about like, oh, I don't hear it and everything is fine. So for me, I feel definitely part of it, and I think I would under the same nerves and the rider thought.
And you've been very much part of this Giro as well. Your first ever vlog. How was it? Is this the start of a new career? Will you become a YouTube sensation?
Yeah, don't think so, and not hoping. No, it was actually, well, I was hesitating and asking not to do it, and put quite some resistance. But actually it was also interesting to get all the information. I like one quote pretty much, I'm always sharing it, but today I'm not thinking what I am. Today I'm not thinking what you think I am. Today I'm thinking what I think, what you think, what I am. And so what I'm meaning is I'm living in a perception of a perception and getting this live feedback of this, getting this live feedback of this perception, and fuck off, that's me. And that was actually really hard. Yeah.
Wow, it's quite meta of you. I feel like you're in the Matrix almost.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that was the hard part.
The hardest part of your Giro was vlogging.
Or something, yeah. Wow.
And we've talked about the hardest parts and the lows and the moments of tension, but what about the moments of joy, the moments where you felt so high and it felt like everything was going Sunweb's way?
Yeah. I hope that they will come. Yeah. No, I mean, I think one of my biggest needs, and something I'm really aiming for, is uncertainty. So it means something comes unexpected and you have to adapt. And you get loads of this here. And I mean, this feels like the spice in my life, and I'm pretty sure that here was quite some action and quite some things to do.
And of course, the team also lost Louis Vervaeke as well on stage 19. How difficult is it, firstly, for that rider to have to step away so close to Rome, but also for the team as a whole to have to reshape around losing someone?
I mean, it was pretty hard for everyone. For me, it was the first time to be that close. You just see it in television, but I can definitely say that it was a super, super tough situation. He knew from already for quite some K that this will be a hard one, but still the moment everything was over, that's emotional for him, for me, for everybody, and yeah, that was a hard situation.
Any regrets, guys? Any mistakes? Any moment where you thought, we've left that on the road today and we could have done better?
I would, to my mind, I think we can really say there are not a lot of regrets. Anyway, no amount of regret will change the past, but I
think that we can be proud on what we achieved. We came here with a goal to fight for the GC, to try to fight again for the victory. And I think that we succeeded. I think until the end, we were all the time there. We were really. Tom was really stable. The team was really stable. And what I said, we did everything what we were able to make it happen. And on the end, that's also a top sport. You have to be. You need to accept what you achieved. And I think that what I said, we are really proud on the achievement here.
Mark, Hendrik, thank you so much. Often the work of the team behind the scenes goes unnoticed, so great to chat to both of you. Well, the Giro was very much turned on its head in the most astonishing fashion in the last few days of this year's Giro d'Italia. Here's how it played out through the eyes of the team.
Yates is gelost, hè? Yates is gelost. Klasse, Tom, kom op. Knokken, hè? Yates is gelost.
Si incolla la ruota dell'olandese, c'è anche il polso vivo, i primi tre della classifica generale stanno allungando, quindi il forcing impressionante di Toto Mulet con Yates incollato alla sua ruota, con polso vivo raggiungono e superano Carapazza, velocità doppia. Che perde contatto.
Heel goed, Tom, heel goed. Prima. Tot op de lijn, iedere seconde telt. Yates in de problemen. Grote klasse. Prima.
Posizione, la maglia rosa Yates a 11:38.
0-3. 0-3, 28 seconds. 28 seconds.
Of course, it's a good day, but I know the coming 2 days are going to be different and even much harder than today. So we just have to see. But I go.
You're encouraged. You're encouraged. All right. Sicuramente ci regaleranno
28 seconds, Chris.
28
seconds. 28.
Really?
Yeah.
Chiudono questo momento anche Drucker.
Yeah, taking the final.
What a guy.
Thank you very much. Really.
Zo. Dit is wel een boost aan zelfvertrouwen, denk ik. Die getankt is vandaag.
Ik weet heel goed wat er nog komen gaat.
Nee, dat weet ik ook. Maar ik vond voor de koers had ik misschien een beetje de indruk van dat je denkt van nou, hè, die mannen gaan het mij moeilijk maken. Ja?
Ja, maar
en dat is en blijft nog steeds voor de komende dagen. Dat mag, ja. Maar ik denk wel dat je hier wel vertrouwen uit mag tanken. Morgen.
Ja. We moeten zoveel mogelijk mannen mee hebben.
Ja.
Op Finestre gaat het gewoon op profval. Sky gaat daar alles uit elkaar trekken.
Ja.
Verwacht ik. En dan, als je niet sterk genoeg bent, dan moet je slimmer zijn dan de rest.
Ja, gedeeltelijk ben ik daar met jou eens. Maar het andere deel is natuurlijk ook dat Mitchelton en Sky ons tot nog toe niet hebben laten rijden en zich daarop hebben belegd. Slimme manier.
Mitchelton en Sky, wat die aan het doen zijn.
Ja.
Die moeten elkaar kapot rijden in het begin. Ja. En daar moeten wij van kunnen profiteren. Klopt. Ja, dat wordt pompen of verzuipen.
Ja.
Denk ik wel.
Ja.
En als je daar met een halve minuut of een minuut, nou een halve minuut kwam ik nog dicht in de afdaling, maar een minuut bovenop met een minuut op achterstand op Froome of zo boven komen, dan wordt het toch moeilijk.
Ja. En vertrouwen en met een boost naar de komende dagen. Hè?
Driving up north on the Trans-Canada Highway. The night is sweet, thousand stars.
Now in Finale Areale, the start of stage 19 of this year's Giro d'Italia. Today's stage is a really important one. It's the Queen stage. We have like 4 really difficult climbs.
Looking to today's stage, guys. Queen stage 185k first the parcours.
It's excited, but we are also nervous on what's happening and what is going to happen. What we have in control, we have to do good. We have to have control in the start of the climb, and we have to support Tom as long as possible. And then we see in the end who's having the legs or not.
Froome went already on Finestre.
Yeah? Not maybe. He's definitely going into this. What will happen is that Sky sends Radas in the break. Pools is going to make a super hard tempo on Finestre, and Froome attacks a few K before the top, and he will try to bridge up to the guys in front. That is what 100% is going to happen.
To abandon, and it was really hard because I was looking forward to this adventure and to finish it till Rome. Yeah. I was really one of the hardest moments of my career, maybe also. I was feeling like I was abandoning the team. I was really looking forward to help this team, this Giro, to win win the pink jersey, and yeah, now I'm still really disappointed, but I'm already looking forward to make some new goals and to see what the rest of the season will bring.
Follow the red and the white t-shirt. 5 hours and 12 minutes of racing. 3:23 the deficit for Tom de Moulin as he crests the top of the... Go straight to the control if you want. Hi.
I'm really tired. Yeah, the last 3 weeks have been very hard, and especially today was a crazy stage, so I'm really tired. Yeah, right now I feel absolutely fucked. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm scared for today, that I can tell you. Yeah, if I magically have the legs to do more than following, then I will go all out at like 10k to go, and then just before it would be good to if some just sets a really strong pace, like 450, 500 watts, and then
no problem.
Just for a short period. Just for 1 Yeah, as hard as I can.
Okay guys, 3 amazing weeks, really good job until now, keep up it for the last stage, and then chapeau, good luck.
Delighted now to be joined by Tom Dumoulin, winner of the 2017 Giro d'Italia and second overall this year, plus teammate Chad Hager. Now, before we talk to the guys, let's take a look at their best bits of this year's Giro. Well, guys, it looks like you've had quite the 3 weeks. Tom, we'll start with you. We're here in Rome, you're second on GC. Can you try to sum up your emotions, try to put into words the kind of feeling you have right now?
Happy and proud that we made it until Rome. Yeah, the second place is just really nice and a bit of a confirmation for what happened last year with the win. Yeah, I'm just really proud of the team, of myself, of everyone. Yeah.
Is it bittersweet at all, or are you completely comfortable with the fact that you left everything out there?
Yeah, I'm completely comfortable with it. I have no regrets. I tried everything, and I raced my heart out for 3 weeks, and if then somebody is stronger, then that's it.
And you were by far the most consistent rider, I think, by all accounts, not just here within the team, but sort of journalists, pundits alike named you as the most consistent. Is that for you confirmation and consolidation as well, that last year's win wasn't a one-off, you are a Grand Tour contender, you know, year in, year out?
I guess so, at least the last 2 years.
And Chad, for you as well, what's this Giro been like?
It's been amazing. Last year was incredible to support Tom and have him win, and then to come here with more focus on the team, because he was a favorite from the start this time, and to really have the goal, like, okay, we're coming here with the goal to win again, it forced us to really focus the whole time, and we did everything we could in the best way possible.
And Tom, for you as well, I know Chad and your team have worked tirelessly. Can you live with the fact that you came second to Chris Froome?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I'm just happy and proud with what we did the last 3 weeks, and we did everything right. We made no mistakes, and we fought until the end. And yeah, like I said, if then turns out there's one rider better, then so be it. Yeah, and then that's it. You can't win them all.
And Chad, for you, I know for a fact you like coffee.
Yeah.
I say like, I think love, pretty passionate about. Talk to me about this obsession, because it's a bike rider thing, but you seem into it.
I don't know that it's an obsession, but it's definitely an outlet, something to enjoy aside from racing. And we travel so much, and sometimes the hotel coffee is terrible, and so I found that, you know, you can make life that little bit better, and you know, we have a fair bit of free time off the bike, and being an early riser with, you know, late starts here at the Giro, then I have a fair bit of time. So I like to have a nice cup of coffee here in the mornings, and then yeah, at home, Tom gave us a fantastic gift from last year's Giro, and so now the coffee at home is even better.
And you said you're an early riser. Who do you normally room with, and do you irritate them by waking up so early?
Well, generally I'm pretty quiet regardless of who I am with, so when I get up I kind of shuffle out quietly. But I'm often with Laurens, and he's also up early, and but this year we've shuffled around a bit, and we made it work wherever and with whomever.
And you've been playing the piano during the Giro as well. I've heard cheeky hotel reception rumours.
Only once.
Did you hear it, Tom? What did you think?
No, I didn't. I heard it before already.
I don't remember which hotel it was, or which stage, but yeah.
And were you able to do you feel, everything you could on the road to help Tom to where he is today?
Yeah, I can tell you, as slow and horrible as I felt today, that I gave everything I could for Tom.
And Tom, the love from the Italian fans has just been incredible. How many selfies do you reckon you have taken or been in this Giro?
I counted them, and it's like 2000. A lot. Yeah. But I love the Italian fans. They're really respectful to anyone. So whether you're Dutch, British, Italian, or they all cheer for you, and that's something I have seen differently in other races. So it's really nice to be in Italy and to be cheered on, whoever you are.
And the love as well from the Italian fans, did that give you extra motivation and added energy each day?
I guess so. No, I'm mostly racing for the team and for myself, but it's very nice to see when people love what you do, and I love what I do, but it's also very helpful and cool to see that others love that as well, and respect that, and yeah, that definitely gives some motivation.
And can you sum up and put into words, both of you, what it's like to actually work towards an overall win in a Grand Tour as a team, what it takes from each individual?
I could say for me it's been a season-long build and focus. With every race I did and every training session I did was to be at my best here at the Giro, and that's for every rider here, and I think we all managed that well and resulted in a great performance from Tom.
And Tom, for you as well?
Yeah, I guess so. It's been it's hard work to be at your best at the Giro, or to try to be at your best, of course. And then here I'm trying to enjoy it as much as possible when I'm here, because this relaxed feeling gives me also the most. Yeah, it works the best for me, but it's sometimes also very stressful. So that is also what it's super stressful 3 weeks for me. But I'm always happy when it's over. But I love doing it. Yeah.
And we saw Chad's passion for making coffee as well, and knowing that he gets up every morning and really takes time over it. How much caffeine have you taken in to get you through the last 3 weeks?
Not a lot.
Yeah, it's really impressive how little he's had.
Not a coffee man?
I'm normally a coffee man, but I try to refrain myself from it.
You can really fry yourself if you overindulge in the coffee. Over 3 weeks, the body just gets so tapped out with the adrenals, and he's managed it really impressively.
So I usually, in a Grand Tour, I usually don't drink coffee.
Gosh, I'm shocked. Okay, Chad, fans from home, obviously, time difference, time zones, everything, it must be quite difficult. Have a lot of your friends, family, and also generally American bike fans been following the Giro?
Yeah, there's actually a new cycling publication, Flow Sports, that's been broadcasting live and with the replays. So it's made the Giro much more accessible for fans at home, and they've really taken to it. And so I think the viewership in the US has gone up for the Giro this year.
And for both of you, what's next? What are you going to do? First thing you're going to do at home, and then also further afield, what's next on the horizon?
For me, tomorrow night is burgers and just relaxing for a while to fully recover from this, and then Nationals is my next race.
Tom, for you?
Also just some relaxing days at home with good food and playing with my dog, and
what dog do you have?
A white shepherd,
a
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
And then beyond that, racing for you?
Probably the Tour, but Tour de France, but we're not sure yet. We decide in the coming 2 weeks somewhere, and otherwise just Nationals.
And I know it's
been
Hammer
Series.
A Hammer Series
coming Friday already.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's really soon for you.
Yeah.
For you. Now I know it's been an incredibly tough 3 weeks. It's been pretty brutal by all accounts. This Giro. Is there something you'll miss though from the Giro? I'm sure there's relief it's over, but it's been a very close-knit 3 weeks within the team as well.
I'm going to miss a lot of things. It's something really special what we're doing here, or what we did here. Not only result-wise, but I mean, this sort of a weird lifestyle that only a few of us get to experience. Yeah, that's something I'm going to miss. Yeah.
Chad, for you?
Oh, we really, I mean, we're great friends within the team already, but spending better part of a month together really builds camaraderie, and you build a bond with the staff and the riders here, and so it'll be sad and kind of awkward and weird to leave them for a while and not see them anymore until whatever race down the road.
And we've got a couple of questions from the fans as well. Tom, starting with you, what is your best memory of the Giro?
I would say my best memory is the TT win on the first day. Winning in the World Championships jersey, taking the pink jersey, that was quite a special day.
And Chad, for you, from Nienka, I really hope I've said that right as well. What's your oversimplified report of the entire Giro?
Oh, I gave that already on Twitter.
Okay, you have to give it again.
Best I can remember was remarkable, no. Yeah, remarkable guy does lap of Israel and Italy and only manages to beat last year's top guy by not even a minute, something along those lines.
Pretty much sums it up. Chad, Tom, thank you so much for joining us and for entertaining us over the last 3 weeks. Now the Giro is over, these guys need a break. I think we all do. Maybe this will whet your appetite.
Sunweb, unique holidays at an unbeatable value for money. Sunweb, creating memories in the race and on holiday.
So, second in the general classification and a stage win for Tom Dumoulin. 9th overall for Sam Oomen. 1 day in the Maglia Rosa, but 21 days with the coveted #1 on Team Sunweb's back. It's certainly been a fantastic Giro d'Italia. From us here in Rome to you guys watching at home, cheers and see you next time.